Lend me your ear. I got something you need to hear. Turn the volume up so it's loud and clear. A podcast where we talk about politics and culture, unscripted, no limits. Like a 504 soldier, we're not pretenders, ain't no agendas. Our only plan is to keep it 100 and do it for the fam. Yeah. What up? What up? What up?
What's going on?
It's your boy 6 Mil, keeping it trill.
It's your boy KG.
Welcome to another episode of For the Fam podcast. What is this? Episode 7 now?
I think so, yeah.
We getting it. We getting there.
Yes, sir.
Consistency. Yeah. Lucky number 7. You believe in luck and superstition and all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. Lucky. Mine is lucky number 5.
I don't. I mean, like,
hold up. I looked up inside your face. Was like, oh, he about to say nah.
So, like, I don't get down with like horoscopes.
Oh, no.
And, play these lucky numbers in the lottery, all that kind of stuff, find a penny and it's good luck, 4-leaf clover. I don't believe in none of that kind of stuff. But I do acknowledge that sometimes lucky things happen.
Oh, yeah.
I acknowledge that. But yeah, as far as like banking on it, nah, that ain't for me. So what you want to talk about today, bro?
So today we're going to touch on double standards. What we mean by that is the double standards between other groups of people and Black Americans, and how certain things are portrayed when we speak up as opposed to when someone else speaks up.
For example?
So for us, let's use comedians.
Okay.
When a white comedian tells Black jokes, they're edgy. They're
okay.
But when a Black comedian tells jokes, it's taken as defensive, or I'm trying to think of the other word. But I think you get my drift.
No, I 100% get your drift. And hostile. Yeah, sure. So, and I mean, like we were saying earlier, this can apply to so many different walks of life.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to bounce around, but I mean, like in recent events, and I'm gonna probably work my way backwards, and we had a discussion about this, how the NFL tried to have a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
But then when Colin Kaepernick and all of the guys were taking knees, it was all about, we don't get political, just play football. Mm-hmm. We don't come to football games for political views or lectures or whatever, the masses were saying.
Right.
That basically were just being hypocrites about taking a knee, because now it's cool to have a moment of silence for this dude.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't want to acknowledge Colin Kaepernick taking a knee for police brutality. That was out of bounds. Yeah. So it's just those type of double standards. And even with like Kyrie, and I know you're not the biggest fan of Kyrie, but the whole tweeting the Hebrews to Negroes and how they tried to blackball dude and force him to give money to, what was it, the ADL or something like that. We just like, now you're extorting this dude?
Especially considering how much he does outside of basketball. I think like for me, with him, obviously on the court, there's no question. But I think over the years, some of his, in my opinion,
right,
and this is just me talking,
right,
I think some of his criticisms and the things that he tried to address just kind of, he didn't know how to address them at that time. But I feel like now, when I hear him talk, because he does a lot of live streaming, I think the brother's turned the corner. Like he knows how to present it and present it well now.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing in this, I know I gotta tread lightly, but with the ADL, how you basically went after Kyrie so hard, but right around that same time frame, Marjorie Taylor Greene was talking about Jewish space lasers and controlling the weather and all of that kind of silly stuff. And nobody said anything to her.
Nothing.
Why didn't you guys try and strong arm her and make her give donations?
Hey, she was talking
cash money shit.
Wild about Jewish people. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. So it's those double standards that I'm just like, who speaks up for us? You know what I'm saying? Like you got the ADL or, I guess the what is it? The Southern Poverty.
Yeah, Southern Poverty Law Center.
Yeah, you got, and they kind of like monitor everybody. But even with like the NAACP, it's just like, do y'all really go to bat for us? I mean, as you were just saying, comedians, whatever, anybody can say anything derogatory or negative about Black people, and it's just another day at the office. But soon as we start saying stuff, it's, oh my God, what are you doing? It is that double standard that just drives me insane.
It's the Jim Crow mentality. It's the don't talk back mentality. You're to be seen, not to be heard. Actually, we prefer you not be seen in certain places.
Know your place.
Know your place.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, a lot has changed in the South. We're not sitting around here saying that we can't do what we want to do, because we can. We can pretty much do whatever we want to do. But there are still situations where people go through what their ancestors went through on a daily basis. They're expected to stay in line.
Interesting. But you're right. Stay in line. Yeah, that's probably hitting the nail on the head. It's so crazy. Cause like, I don't know if you're aware of like the whole, I'm gonna just talk about it. Jemele Hill and what's the chick from Fox?
Oh yeah.
Barbie doll, fake Barbie doll. What's her name? Megyn Kelly. That's it. I mean, like, she literally called Jemele Hill ugly. And it's just like, where's the pushback from that? You know what I'm saying? And nobody's going to say anything about it.
No.
And I'm glad Jemele clapped back. Look that up, y'all, because she got at her.
And she clapped back in a way that was basically telling her, watch yourself.
Yeah, for real.
Tread lightly.
For real. But it's like, the whole women aren't supposed to denigrate women. And I get it. The whole conversation about we're always judged on our appearance as opposed to our intellect. I get that. So I get like, hey, this is just like some unspoken rule. We don't talk about each other's physical appearance. I get that 100%. So it's like for you to like, it just pisses me off, to be honest. It really pisses me off.
And seemingly out of left field.
Out of left field. Out of nowhere. Just like, what was your reason? Unless you just wanted some clicks. And again, we don't promote violence on this show, but if Jemele was to put them hands on her, I'd give her 2 thumbs up. Because she kind of deserves it.
Like, just like I said, out of left field, I'm gonna start talking about her. And look, this may have been something. Maybe Jemele said something. I don't know the full context. I did see part of her response to it, but I don't know the full context. What got Megyn Kelly riled up about something? It could have been something.
Nothing that warranted a response like that.
Right, just calling her ugly.
Yeah. If y'all got different views on a political topic, then talk about those differences. But to us, I was about to say assault, but to insult that woman like that, you out of pocket.
And throughout history, especially, the way we grew up, what does the person who's losing the argument, like, you talking about each other's mamas?
They make it personal.
They make it personal.
Yep. They make it personal. Yep. It immediately, it is not about the topic anymore. Now it's about insults.
At least my daddy ain't lose his job.
Yeah. Oh, you want to take it there? Because that's what come next. Where we from? Oh, okay. That's what we doing now.
Especially since we all knew each other, so it was personal the second that you said something about somebody's family.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I get so upset, and I shouldn't. But even with like the hypocrisy between the Democrats and the Republicans, like they try to drag Jasmine for the bleach blonde bad built excuse me, insult. But nobody talked about the fact that she was talking about her eyelashes
and her
first.
and her weave
and her and you know what's crazy, dog? White women wear weave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they got them clip on. They just clip it on. White women wear just as much weave as black women, and eyelashes for that matter, and fake nails and all that stuff. But when black women,
but you haven't noticed, we don't. And I'm not gonna say I'm speaking for us. We know that already.
Yeah, for sure.
And we don't give a damn.
Don't.
I don't care that you got your hair done. Oh, you look nice. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Right.
But then you want to start talking about her because she got on lashes. And I forget who it was that said also about Jasmine Crockett about where she was raised.
They always on that, bro.
When they were talking about how, well, you're not that type of black woman, so
always.
You shouldn't be behaving this way. Excuse me?
Right.
What do you mean she's not that type of black woman?
It's so crazy because depending on who you ask, she's ghetto. Then you ask another one and they'll be, oh no, she's faking. She's not really ghetto. She's really educated and come from well, which one is it? And why is it personal? Why does that matter? Talk about her politics. If you disagree with her politics, talk about her politics. Don't talk about her personal life. That's off the table.
And what's crazy with people like her, she's considered radical. Whereas people who say the same thing, I can't even talk, who say the same things are considered passionate. They're passionate about the projects and about the bill that they want to pass. But she's radical because she's speaking up against the establishment. You should just shut up, get in line, vote, go home. Going back to what you said about the hypocrisy, one of the things that I don't understand, especially with the way of the world, well, the way of this country right now, how many of these people argue in that hall and then go have dinner together like ain't nothing just happened?
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Do you understand? Do you not understand that the things that you are discussing in that hall is vital to a lot of people right now?
Real life consequences.
Black folk, white folk, Hispanic folk.
Yep.
It's detrimental to all of us at this moment.
Yep. And to them, it's a game.
And y'all arguing, we're going to put the vote off. The lady that just won the special election, Mike Johnson is refusing to swear her in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all the game. It's crazy.
How about we show up at your house?
Right.
And force you to.
Right. Right. Hypocrite. Lying. Lie. Talk about what a good Christian he is all the time and get up there and lie for Trump every single day. Like, bro, knock it off. You the furthest thing from a good Christian. Knock it off. But the double standard with Gavin Newsom, the way he trolls Trump.
Oh, he's the worst.
This is petty. This is childish. But when Trump get up here and call people names, et cetera, it's cool.
That's why people love him. You know, this was said a couple days ago. I think that's why people love him, because he speaks his mind. It was from Lion, what's her name? Levitt.
Oh my God.
Well, that's why people like him, because he speaks his mind. But when somebody else do it,
that cross on her neck should have a burn mark right on her chest. Crazy. But peep this though. Did you see old boy Vance talk about the FCC guy? He was just kidding with Jimmy Kimmel. It was a joke. Wait, Jimmy Kimmel's the comedian, not him. He don't get paid to tell jokes. Jimmy Kimmel gets paid to tell jokes. So you trying to get Jimmy Kimmel pulled off the air for telling a joke, but when this dude catches all this heat for his blatant violation of freedom of speech, oh, he was just kidding. He was just telling a joke. When Trump was talking about being a dictator on day one, oh, he's just telling a joke. When he say he want to be president for life, oh, he's just telling. That dude ain't a comedian. We don't want the president to be telling jokes.
So the FCC chairman, I think it was 2019, he tweeted that the FCC shouldn't be police speech. And in a 2022 tweet, emphasized the importance of political satire as a form of free speech that challenges power and is often targeted for censorship. But then you turn around and do the same thing under a different president.
Right. It's crazy, bro. The double standard.
And look, for those out there screaming, y'all never say this about Democrats or this and that and other thing.
One, because they don't do it, but
one of the issues that I have in general, if you are an attorney, you don't get to choose what type of attorney you're going to be based on who's in office.
Right.
But we see it so often.
Man, say that for the Supreme Court can hear you, bro.
Like, do you not understand that you are not making decisions that are in the best interest
of the country,
of the citizens of this country? You're making decisions that are for the betterment of one individual.
Nuts.
You basically, and this kind of fell under the radar. Yesterday or day before yesterday, you basically took away the last thing that stops him from being a dictator. You told him it's okay if you withhold that foreign aid. That money that was allocated by Congress is now set to expire. Foreign aid. You've given him the ability to not send foreign aid. And I can hear people now, well, we shouldn't be sending money in the first place. Well, I can think of a country right now where we can save billions a year if we stop sending money.
Don't say it.
Matter of fact,
don't say it.
Two.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Three. 3 different countries where we could possibly save $20 to $30 billion a year.
Yeah, well, one we can say. The other, one we can't say. The others we can say. But the one we can't say. But peep this though, because I know this is probably one of the countries you're thinking of. The lady that got killed on the bus in, what was it, South Carolina? Look how quick they were. This lady came here. She escaped war-torn Ukraine, and she's just looking for a better life, and she gets killed by this guy who should have been locked away. So wait, now all of a sudden y'all Ukraine enthusiasts, now y'all got sympathy for Ukraine, but y'all don't want to give Ukraine aid?
So first, let's say this. It was horrible.
It is horrible.
And that guy, they should have beat him to death right outside of that bus after it happened. But it's you can't say that a woman from that part of the world has escaped a war-torn country, is here doing good, but then arrest the Iowa superintendent of schools yesterday because you say he's here working illegally. He's a school superintendent. The mayor, Republican people have come out in Ohio like, no, this dude's great. Or Iowa. Like, oh no, this guy is great. He was raised in Brooklyn. Yes, he was born in South America, in Guyana. But he's here working. They say he's here working illegally.
So what, his visa expired? Oh, no, you say he was born in Brooklyn.
No, he was born in Guyana.
Oh, okay,
he was raised in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And that's the only details I know because they haven't really released it.
Okay.
But he's the school superintendent.
Yeah.
You know how wild that is to arrest a school superintendent?
Yeah. You don't get those positions without being vetted and qualified. Which is another thing about the double standard, how you can have someone with no higher education criticize someone who goes to Harvard or any Ivy League school and call them uneducated and unqualified and call them DEI hires. And it's like, where are your credentials? Hold on, before you do that. If you're flying an airplane, what do you have to have? A license. You have to pass the training. You got to be qualified or they won't give it to you.
The FCC, the FAA, there are rules and regulations put in place for everyone.
Yep.
Black, white, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
If I see a pilot, I'm like, okay, I don't care.
They passed the test.
You're a pilot, for God's sake.
Right. You passed the test. They not just letting any John come fly the plane. You have to pass the test. You're qualified.
Let's put a woman in there so we can meet a quota, or let's put a black person in there so we can meet.
They're still qualified.
Like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah, even if it is, they're still qualified to fly the damn plane. You still got to get your pilot's license. You still got to
simulations, like
all of that. So many hours, all of that. You have to do it. It's just a silly, racist ass thing to say, but let's gloss over all of that because I'd be qualified. I'd be worried too. So then you're a racist too.
So I heard somebody say that we're in an environment now where you can get fired for quoting the words of someone who's being labeled as a hero.
Hero loosely. All right, I think we basically shined enough light on the double standard that we as black people have to face on a day-to-day basis. So now let's move into some current events. What you got, bro?
So something that's going on specifically for us in Indiana, energy hikes. I think I was telling you how my bill went from an average of $130, $135, $140. And then I got a bill for, I think my total bill was like $697.
Your electric and gas is separate?
Yes.
Okay.
My gas, summertime, $17, $18.
Okay.
Never a big deal. But even in the wintertime, my gas only goes up to about $38. It's not a big deal. So I want to talk about things that we know that are fact as it pertains, especially for us here in central Indiana. And we'll talk about where we're from in northwest Indiana as well. So the proposed rate hike that AES is putting in is 13.5%. And that's roughly $21 more per month for a typical residential customer. And that's by 2027. The first phase, a 7.5% increase is for April 2026, followed by 6% in January of 2027. Now, what's not in here is the fact that we just had that rate increase.
That's right.
What was it, like 13.9% or something like that?
Yeah, was it last year, beginning of this year, something like that?
Yeah.
It's fairly recent. Let's put it like that.
Now, back home, now we grew up hearing folks talk about how their NIPSCO bill was $600, $700. They've received approval for a 16.7% rate hike.
NIPSCO?
NIPSCO. Effective through early 2026. The increase was reduced from an initial proposed 22% after negotiations with Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission. So finally, somebody stepped in and was like, nah.
Right.
Because I can speak from experience, hearing it. Now, obviously, my father retired from NIPSCO, so he don't complain about much anyway. But hearing my mother talk about NIPSCO bill went from $250 to $500. Even, I think the last time I spoke with her about NIPSCO, the bill was like $700. Who can afford that?
Yeah, you're right, bro. And it's colder up there than it is here because they're closer to the lake.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I don't miss that hawk.
No, not at all.
But, I just wanted to briefly touch on that and at least bring to light that the Regulatory Commission is actually fighting across the state to stop these rate hikes.
Well, when we discussed this briefly, we were talking about these data centers.
Yes.
And how one, they just rejected a data center to be built. But as they add more data centers, because eventually they're going to come, how that also will add to people's utility bills.
So, as we discussed the other day, there are dozens of data centers in central Indiana. But again, we're talking 6,000 square feet, 4,000 square feet. The one that they were going to build over by where I live.
The Google.
Yeah, where the people got together and basically forced Google to withdraw their proposal.
Yes.
You're talking about something that was like 3 or 4 Costco sizes.
So the rub on that is the data center would not pay for all of the energy that they consume.
Correct.
Some of that cost is going to get passed on to the residents. That's crazy.
But you know what's crazier? if they would have agreed to pay for all of it, the state politicians here would have found a way to raise it anyway, so they can make more money.
Get more money. And then there's also the water consumption part as well,
which they claim was not going to be as much as the people who researched it said it was going to be.
Interesting.
They were like, oh, it's just a couple million gallons a day. And the researchers were like, nah.
Because you have to cool down your equipment.
Yeah.
Wow. And they can't recycle that water because basically it's going to evaporate because of the heat. So it's a constant influx of water. It's always something, bro. I mean, you got to really, really, really pay attention to not get caught up in the okie doke.
And if those people wouldn't have shown up to those town halls, they would have. But the difference is those folks got money.
Right.
And they pay attention to what's going on. They're in those Facebook groups and whatnot. So they paid attention to what's going on in their community and they showed up. I mean, there were hundreds of people at that place when that lawyer spoke.
Good for them. That is excellent. And honestly, we need more community outreach, outlook, whatever you want to call it. Because, a lot of the times these companies do skate by because no one's paying attention. And next thing you know, you got some big building in your community and you're going, wait a minute, this is not what we signed up for.
Or what the hell is that place?
And they always get you with the carrot of this is going to add more jobs to the community, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it's crazy. Anything else you want to cover in your current event, bro?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right, cool. I'm gonna swing this. Man, I sort of touched on this briefly. Well, I mentioned his name, but I didn't talk about this in particular. But recently, the Charlie Kirk resolution was passed in the House of Representatives.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say recently, I mean like earlier this week, I believe. I don't want to talk about the resolution per se. What I want to talk about is the 95 Democrats that supported this resolution. I don't understand it. I am perplexed. Now, the few interviews I've seen, they have been very adamant and animated about, we didn't vote for Charlie Kirk. We voted to end political violence. And that's cool. Justify it however you want. But in the end, this is called the Charlie Kirk resolution. So we are all against political violence.
Mm-hmm.
But goddamn, you couldn't negotiate at all and go, we'll vote for this if you take his name off of it. That ain't even a hard ask. Is this about honoring Charlie Kirk or is this about stopping political violence? If you're telling me it's about stopping political violence, then remove his name, call it something else, you got my support. But to call it the Charlie Kirk and you vote for it, this is why y'all lose. This is why y'all look like little sissies. This is exactly why. Quit playing by the old rules. On the flip side of that, you know how many Republicans voted for the George Floyd Act?
Zero.
You see how they stay on point? Why can't y'all stay on point? It makes my head want to explode. The old way of doing things is over. They are not playing by the same rules. You cannot continue to go, we're the adults in the room. That shit is over. Knock it off. Play by their rules. They bring a gun, you bring a bigger gun. This is why you keep losing the fight. I'm just like, what a bunch of sissies. What a bunch of silly. I can't say sissy. My bad. What a bunch of. Anyway, bro, don't even edit that out. Leave that in. That's my current event right there.
So I'm going to add something to that. What doesn't make sense. And I saw somebody, a comedian, I want to say it was D.L. Hughley. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. May have been Godfrey, I don't know. But they said that the Democrats should immediately propose a resolution after that event happened in Utah. called the Charlie Kirk Gun Reform Act and make them explain
why they don't want to do
why
gun
they
reform.
didn't vote. Because you know as well as I do, every Republican would have either not shown up or said no.
That's a great idea.
And then you make them explain. I mean, because since we're playing these games, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all a game to them.
Yeah.
So since you're playing games, we're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
There's no one that I know personally that I have spoken with that have publicly said that they're okay with political violence. We've seen way too many leaders over the years. And I'm sorry, I'm not putting him in the leader category.
No.
But I'm saying we've seen way too many leaders, black and white, assassinated. For the Political Violence Act not to have already been a thing.
Right.
But this is what did it.
Right.
That's what I said. That, like you said, playing by the old rules. They should have immediately put a Charlie Kirk Gun Reform Act on the floor.
That's a great idea. That's great. We got 2 former presidents that have been assassinated. And this is the guy you want to prop up? Come on, man. Do better. Do better.
Look, it took Reagan, like, people don't understand. Reagan was less than a quarter of an inch away from dying.
It got him in the armpit, right? Or something like that?
It almost pierced his heart. Even after that, they didn't want to pass the Brady bill.
I forgot about that. You're right.
And that guy is your favorite president.
Right. You're right. I forgot about the Brady. Yep, you're right. It's crazy. It's crazy because we're trying to make a martyr out of a guy who is just a guy, never held political office, never served in the military, was never a public servant of any kind. He's just a guy, just a private citizen. You may find this controversial, and I mean you, the listener, but the guy didn't do anything to help anyone. Why is he a hero? Why is he getting the hero treatment? Why does he get to fly? Well, not he, but his dead body gets flown on Air Force 2. Again, not a political, didn't hold political office, not ex-military. No reason your body should be flown on Air Force 2.
And then to me, that's not controversial.
Well, you know.
I mean, what you're saying to me is not controversial.
Yeah.
Because we've already stated he should still be alive.
Right.
He should be at home with his wife and his children.
Sure.
Period.
Sure.
And if these colleges want to host him and let him come on and debate, that's fine. Yeah. He should not be dead. What happened after that is he was treated like he was Gandhi.
Crazy.
Mother Teresa.
Crazy. The MLK comparisons. It's like, knock it off.
It's an insult.
It really is an insult. It really is. Not just to MLK. To all of us.
Yeah.
It's an insult.
Yeah. Black, white, rich, poor.
Sure.
Like.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you happen to watch any of the rally/funeral?
I did not.
Whoo! Nothing but a freaking Trump political rally, dog. It had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk at all. If I'm a family member, I'm in that audience going, what the hell is this?
Well, I heard that. I mean, obviously, and look, I don't doubt that his wife is tore up about it. I mean, I'm not doubting that. But I did see pictures and slight video clips of Trump hugging her in a weird way. I'm like, yo, what is this?
Dude, like
merchandise for sale in the lobby.
All of that, bro. It was nothing but a political rally. It was the most disrespectful, quote unquote, funeral ever.
Yeah.
It was unreal. You got Stephen Miller gets up here and give his complete Nazi speech. Didn't mention Charlie Kirk not one time, just a whole us against them. We're going to get you. We're better than you. You're nothing. What does this have to do with Charlie Kirk, bro? After she gets up here and says, I forgive the shooter, Doofus goes right behind her and go, I don't forgive anybody. And it's just like, wow, really? Really, bro? Really? I hate my enemies.
Yeah,
I don't forgive anyone. I'm just like,
I don't expect nothing from him, man.
oh my God. It was just absolutely horrible, man. But anyway, enough about that. And let me just state for the record, I apologize to anyone who was offended by me saying what I said in the last segment. Not my intent. From the old school. Sorry. That's all I'm going to say is sorry. Shouldn't have said it. My bad. So now it's time for our favorite segment, which is the rant segment. The rant about a random topic. And I'm going to get really random today, but stick with me. So earlier this week, Mackenzie Scott, you know who she is?
Miss Donation.
Mackenzie Scott, for those who don't know, is Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, the one who helped him build Amazon, the one that he left for a GD, and I don't mean folks. You get that. So Miss Mackenzie Scott just gave $70 million to the United Negro College Fund and HBCUs.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. I'm giving you your flowers. Now, I'm not saying that her motivations weren't altruistic.
But this isn't the first time. She's done this twice before.
Okay, cool. So I'm not questioning her motives. I'm not saying they're not altruistic. But a part of me, in my opinion, is saying she's doing this to piss off Bezos. Oh. Let me give your money away. This is what I think about you. Hold on. So here's my suggestion, Mackenzie. Don't stop there. Go all the way. You really want to piss him off? Go find Keontae. Go find Deshaun. Go find Anquan. And start showing up in public with one of them on your arm. And that will really piss Jeff Bezos off. And I'm not talking about no old. I'm talking about a 35, 40 Mandingo. Go get him. And that'll really piss that dude off.
Or start your own shipping company. Or donate to FedEx and UPS. But no, she's made several donations throughout the years where I personally saw them and was like, that's strange. But then you realize that Jeff Bezos is not feuding, but like market value with this person, that person. And she'll come in and donate crazy amounts of money to some of those.
It's exactly what E.G. Carroll said if she ever gets her money, and that's a huge if. She said if she gets the money, you say, I don't even want it. I'm just going to donate it to like his least favorite charity. She said, that's who I'm going to donate the money to just to piss him off. And she was like, I don't even want the money.
She should take it, and then she should go to Trump Tower everywhere and organize unions, like having people organize unions and fund every single dime of it.
That would be excellent. I support it. What you got for a word?
So this is like really random and stupid. But I used to get accused of this a lot when I was still married. Why do we yell at two things when we're driving? People who can't hear us and the GPS.
I don't do that.
So I pretty much know my way around everywhere. Because the last few jobs I've had, I drive everywhere. But I know there's a lot of construction up north in those areas that I go to. So what I like to do is have it on in the background. Well, on I-69, this lane is closed on Sunday. This lane is closed on Monday. It's back and forth. The other day, when I tell you I screamed so loud at my phone, I had to drink water because my throat was dry. I was screaming at it because it was telling me to stay left and both lanes were closed. So I done got in the left lane.
Right.
Twice.
Right.
Because the first thing that we do when we merge on the highway is everybody merges to the left lane because everybody wants to do 120.
Yep.
I'm trying to get over so I can get past this barrage of semis. both lanes closed. So I'm stuck. Dude behind me giving me the finger.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm trying to merge
Right,
back. He don't want to let me over.
Right.
But he realized that I'm not going to stop getting over.
Right.
So he cussing me out, giving me the finger. But I used to get accused all the time. Like, why are you yelling at them? They can't hear you.
That part, I 100% do. 100%. That I do. But we've had this discussion before.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's about safety.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. If you're out there driving like an idiot, you're risking my safety. If I got my family in the car, you're risking my family's safety. And not just me personally, but all of us that's out here on the highway. So that's why it angers me, because it's just like, stop driving like an idiot, man. Like you said, dude don't want to let you in. Share the road, bro. What? You can see. Where am I supposed to go at that point?
The state of Indiana, and I think I may have mentioned this on one of the previous episodes, zip merging. We are a zip merging state, which means that you go until that road ends and then you alternate. It's called zip merging. I think the people in central Indiana, like I said before, they need to Google what yield signs mean. Dude.
That's why I hate roundabouts, but that's a whole nother topic.
No, that's what I was about to mention. I'll never forget when they put the first roundabout in Hendricks County, because that's when we had just built the house out there. And we heard a radio broadcast about going to the police station to pick up your complimentary DVD on how to drive on roundabouts. Dog, do you know how fast we got in that truck and drove to the police station?
Really?
Man, we sat there and watched that DVD and laughed, because I'm thinking to myself, there's no way people need these. And now that they're everywhere, every police station needs to hand them out.
Yeah.
They need to mail them out, because people still don't know how to drive.
Well, I don't think it's that they don't know how to yield. I just think they refuse to do it. No one wants to yield and let the person go. Everyone speeds up when they start approaching the roundabout, and they just want to zip through it like Jeff Gordon. And it's just like, that's how accidents happen. That's my problem with it, that no one yields. Everyone speeds up instead of letting the person go through. I just feel like it's a danger. Danger. That's what I feel like, is just danger. So that's it, bro. That's all you got on
That's it. That's all I had today.
Okay. All right. Cool. No problem. Well, let's move on to our next segment, which is 5 on the black hand side.
So I must apologize.
Okay.
I don't have one.
Well, we can just talk about a movie that I know we've seen.
But I'm about to say, we've seen pretty much all
We've seen a lot. So one of my favorites. Let's get into the 5 Heartbeats.
Of course. I got family in that movie, so of course.
You do?
Yeah, Bobby in that movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in Flash and
Really? He's in the group?
Yeah.
Man, I did not know that, bro.
It was in all them Robert Townsend movies back then.
Okay, all right, cool. You want to give a brief synopsis of 5 Heartbeats?
So basically, the 5 Heartbeats, it's a drama. Of course, we're unserious about everything, so we have turned it into a comedy over the years. But it's about several groups feuding with one another. It's kind of I don't want to say knockoff, because that sounds like a bad word to use with this, but it's like the Temptations.
Hold it. Before you go there.
Yeah.
First of all, 5 Heartbeats came out first.
True.
But here's an interesting fact. 5 Heartbeats was originally supposed to be the Temptations. Motown told Robert Townsend, no.
Yep.
Change it, because they didn't want that negative publicity around the Temptations. So if you've seen the Temptations and you've seen the 5 Heartbeats and you think that these movies are similar, you're right. Because the 5 Heartbeats was originally supposed to be about the Temptations. Now, sorry for interrupting.
No, it's all good.
Go ahead.
So, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. You know, the struggles of the day-to-day struggles of a group, the inner workings when they're on the road, the shy brother, which is hilarious.
So many comedic moments. So many, yeah.
That's what we remember. Well, in my household, my kids, my sister-in-law watched Temptations so much.
Yeah.
When the twins were always down south, they will watch it 100 times in the summer, so everything is funny in that movie to them.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be a drama, but we've turned it into a comedy.
It does have some pretty dramatic,
absolutely,
tearjerker type moments, though.
Well, the end.
Well, the end when they get back together, but when the manager, spoiler alert, when the manager gets killed, it's a real tearjerker moment.
I was referring to well, obviously the end they get together, but
when at church,
the church scene.
Oh yeah, man, that's my favorite scene at church, bro. Yeah. But even like when they're after the funeral and they're in their little, I don't know, wherever they were back in the hood, because it looked like they were in an alley or something. And Dresser comes in and he's like, Eddie. And like the weakest fight, but I get it, because they weren't fighting to hurt each other.
Right.
He was like, I'm hurt and I just want to punch you. But he hugged him. After he punched him a couple of times, he just sat there and hugged him, and they all just sat there and cried. And it's just like there are some really touching moments, but there are some comedic moments. Like you said, Shy Brother and everything. I personally, I like it better than the Temptations.
Yeah.
And the Temptations is great. The Temptations, that's a great movie. But I think I like Five Heartbeats a little bit better. Now, I'm not the parallels between Big Red and Berry Gordy. I didn't quite make those connections.
Yeah, because we've never heard of Berry Gordy. Now we've heard of some shrewd business dealers, but we've never heard of Berry Gordy hanging somebody over.
Right.
My office hours are 9 to 5.
Right. You could talk about my royalties right now.
Hold on. When he hit him and threw him in the room, and those girls were in there, he was like, "Excuse me, lady."
Oh yeah. Big Red. Yeah, it slightly touches on racism.
Oh yeah.
And
when they were forced to sing,
when they wanted to put the white guys, or they wanted to put the white people on the album cover,
but
because they didn't want people. Yeah, they didn't want people to know that it was a black group trying to give their song to the white group, which happened back in the day.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
And you know what's sad? Hell, it even happened in our community.
Sure.
I mean, think about going back to I Got the Power.
That was, guys, do you remember the Weather Girls?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the Weather Girls singing that, bro.
Because remember when she was on Arsenio?
Yeah.
And Arsenio asked her to sing, and she sang it.
Yeah.
And people were like,
yeah,
that's you?
Yeah. Freedom Williams was a straight up fraud. Like Milli Vanilli, a fraud.
I just lost my train of thought.
Hey, Freedom Williams gonna come looking for me now.
thinking of Milli Vanilli. What was the other one? LL.
What you mean?
Doing it. The girl in the video, that ain't the girl that's rapping.
Oh, really?
No, sir.
I did not know that.
No, sir.
Oh, wow.
The girl that's rapping is hood.
I did not know that.
Yeah. No, that's not her in the video. He got criticized big time for that. I mean, but he's spoken about it since then. And the girl that rap, she's spoken about it, and I think they all good. But yeah, at that time, the record label Def Jam didn't want her in the video.
Oh wow, I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, I did not know that, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy how the music industry would just take your song and give it to somebody else.
Yeah, you're ugly. We don't want you. Like what?
Well, think about the British lady, beautiful voice, Susan Boyle.
Oh yeah,
can sing her ass off. She didn't have the look, so she never blew up. But was like the best singer probably since Whitney Houston, in my opinion.
Now, we loved her here because of the show. And then obviously over in the UK, she blew up. But that was it. It was like I think she made 2 albums.
Yeah.
The first one did very well. And the second one,
great voice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
great voice.
Came out of nowhere.
If she was a little bit cute, a little bit sexy, she would have took off.
She'd be hosting an award show by now.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. It's crazy how the music industry isn't so much, well, it is about talent, but also about your look and your image, which is why I've always liked TLC, because they were like, we're not going to be sexy. We're not going to wear the tight clothes. We're going to come out with the baggy clothes because we don't want you to be, what's the word I want to.
Nah, they did a couple videos
where they had on some tight fitted stuff, but yeah, they were like, don't
never change.
It's not about our bodies. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, y'all. Allergies. But yeah, it's so tied to. Is it just for women? I mean, do they do it to the men also? Seem like it happens more to women.
I mean, it definitely happens more to women, but I mean, I'm sure that there's some men throughout the years, whether it be actors
that just didn't have the look.
So, I mean, that's something to definitely look into.
I mean, Seal didn't have the look, but yeah, Seal, you catching some strays. But at least, you know, he kept his physique in tip top shape.
Yeah, well, nobody about to tell Seal he couldn't sing.
Yeah,
he talked briefly recently about the stuff on his face, and I forget exactly what it was, but is
it? Gosh, I want to say lepers, but that's not. Yeah.
And he said it pretty much just came out of nowhere. And he just dealt with it.
Yeah, he had Heidi Klum, so shit, she didn't care.
Nope.
So kudos for that. She didn't care at all. So what you want to rate 5 on the Black Hand side, bro? Is this a classic? We giving this a.
Oh man, 5 Heartbeats is a classic from here until the end of time.
All right, 5 Heartbeats. Honestly, I didn't want to say this earlier because it would have gave it away, but this is like one of my favorite movies.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm biased because I got family in the movie.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I love 5 Heartbeats, and it has a great soundtrack. Also, After 7, Patti LaBelle, the Dales. Yeah, just a great soundtrack to the 5 Heartbeats. So yeah, if you get a chance, you haven't seen 5 Heartbeats, go back and check it out. Came out like 1990, 1991, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Go back and check out 5 Heartbeats. We consider it a classic. Definitely a high 5 on the Black Hand side.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now we're going to move into our closing monologue. My brother, the floor is yours.
All right. So I want to briefly talk about free speech. So free speech has come under fire recently with the indefinite suspension of Jimmy Kimmel, and then the turnaround. And look, I don't spend my evenings listening to and or watching Jimmy Kimmel, but I believe he had the right to say any and everything that he said. So for those that don't understand, free speech, it's more than words. It's the backbone of who we are. It's our democracy. It allows us to challenge power, speak truth, and defend our rights. If a government strips that away from you, it's not just silencing voices, it's erasing accountability, it's rewriting history, and creating a society where fear replaces freedom. Without free speech, people don't just lose their voices, they lose power. And when the people lose their power, tyranny takes its place.
That's it, bro? That's all you got?
That's it.
All right, cool.
Short and sweet.
I like it. All right, well, we're going to leave it there for now. We want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of For the Fam Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, audio only, Podbean, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, basically anywhere that you can download a podcast, we are there. So again, give us a like, drop a comment, share it with a friend. That's the only way that we can grow. And as we get better, hopefully your support will get better. So rock with us, y'all. Hang with us. Support us. I know it sounds like I'm begging. Call me Keith Sweat. But hey, look, we ain't doing this for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So come on, y'all. It ain't hard. Y'all can do it. We can do it together. So with that being said, I'm 6 Mil, keeping it trill.
It's your boy KG.
We'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.